In today's video, I have a Goodwill Outlet Bins thrift haul look back to share with you. So I'm going to reflect back on a thrift haul that I posted on YouTube 3 months ago and share what is sold and what is not sold in the 3 months since I listed these items on Poshmark, eBay, and Mercari. So I do like to reflect back on old thrift hauls, share some results from those hauls, and hopefully you guys find this video and information helpful. So let's hop in. Okay, so starting off with this pair of Birkenstocks. These are a pair of shearling leather boots. I usually have really good luck selling Birkenstocks whenever I find them, and these are in very good condition, so I did want to grab them. And we are obviously heading into fall winter, so I do think stuff like this is going to start selling pretty well here soon. So I listed these at $100 and I would expect to get at least $75 for these. I've never sold Birkenstock boots before, so I'm really not sure exactly what to expect, but they did retail for around $200, so I would expect to get, you know, at least $75 to $100, somewhere within that range. Those Birkenstock boots ended up selling on Poshmark. So I originally had them listed at $100, and then someone sent me an offer for $70, which I thought was very reasonable, especially considering I spent $1.88 for these at the bins, and that's actually the average cost of good for each of these items is $1.88. So then my total profit after Poshmark's fees, any shipping costs if I had any, which in this case I did not, and the cost of good, my profit was $54.12, and those boots only took 8 days to sell. So that was a really quick turnaround, and I really like to grab Birkenstocks when I find them in good condition, and especially for something more substantial like boots, I think those can definitely sell for quite a bit, and an 8-day turnaround time is really strong. So if you can find Birkenstocks for a low cost, I think they're definitely worth picking up. And even if I had spent $10 or $15 on those and they sold for $70, that still would have been a good profit. So I would pick those up even at a regular thrift store, not just at the bins, as long as they were in good condition. All right, then I found this Wilfred Aritzia short sleeve shirt with a kind of cinched hem at the bottom. And this is just a really great basic top that I am very tempted to keep. I still need to wash it and try it on, but this is something that I think I might need in my wardrobe, so I haven't listed this, but I might end up listing it. I'm not really sure yet. Wilfred is a brand that can sit for a little bit sometimes, but once it does sell, it usually does sell for a decent amount. And of course, I only spent a little over $1 for this at the bins, so flipping it, even if it sold for $20, $15 to $20 would still leave me with a good profit, but it might be more worth it for me to just keep it. We will see. I did end up keeping that Wilfred short sleeve top, and I do like it, but I don't love it, so I might just end up listing that eventually, and then yeah, I would probably expect for it to sell for $15 to $20. Then I found this Rag & Bone crew neck long sleeve shirt in this really pretty sky blue color, and it is a men's medium. So this is just a really great basic one again, but Rag & Bone is a pretty good brand that usually does really well. I haven't decided if I'm going to sell this myself or consign it yet. The consignment store that I consign at really likes taking Rag & Bone, so I might just bring it in there. I did end up consigning that Rag & Bone crew neck. The consignment store that I brought it into priced it at $31.99, and it did sell at that price. So that left me with a profit of $10.92, and it took 56 days to sell. So it probably would have sold for maybe a little bit less than that. I would guess that would sell for around $25 on Poshmark or eBay, but I would have then made 80 to 90% of the sale price versus 40% at the consignment store. So I probably would have made a little bit more on that had I listed it myself, but about an $11 profit is still pretty decent for just thrifting the item and bringing it into the consignment store, so I'm okay with that. Then I found this Marc Jacobs nylon crossbody bag with silver hardware and some pockets throughout. Even though it's not leather or a more substantial material, I do think because it's Marc Jacobs and just a really good, you know, everyday kind of bag, that it hopefully will sell pretty well. And I would expect to get, I don't know, right around $50 for this probably. That Marc Jacobs crossbody has not sold. I have it currently listed at $38, and I think there's a few things working against it. For one, it does have a stain on it. Two, it's not leather or a more substantial material. It's just nylon. So I think that naturally will lower the price. And then my cover photo is not very good. So I should probably rephotograph that and add in some better photos. Could also add some better keywords. So I think making a few adjustments, relisting it, and then just kind of waiting it out. Hopefully then it will sell. Next up is this blue and gray cowl neck white sweater with some cutouts throughout. I thought this was a nice item that will probably be very hard to photograph. So I don't know, this also might be one that I will bring into consign. I'm not sure yet. That blue and gray sweater sold on Poshmark. I had it listed at $25 and then I'd sent out 20% off offers to all Lakers on Poshmark. So it sold for $20 with discounted shipping. So that left me with a total profit of $12.40. But that blue and gray sweater only took 29 days to sell. I have picked up blue and gray a little bit more lately just to try it out, especially if I'm thrifting at the bins where it only costs a couple dollars. But I sold a skirt for only $12, but it looks like a lot of the sweaters I've sold have sold between $20 and $30. So I do think that's a good brand to pick up if the style is a good one. I know I've taken a blue and gray sweater into Plato's Closet that they took, so I think it's a good brand to grab, especially if you're getting it for a low cost and it's a good style. It can do pretty well. Then I found this pair of J. Crew jeans, and these are the vintage straight jeans with a two-tone panel denim design on them and some whiskering, a little bit of intentional distressing. But these are just a really great quality pair of jeans. I was able to find a really good stock photo, so I'm hoping that will help them sell. But they're in excellent condition, and J. Crew can do really well, so I wanted to give these a try. These are a size 26T, which I believe means tall, so 26 tall. Let me know if you guys pick up J. Crew denim and if you've had good experience with it. I've passed on it a few times at regular thrift stores, but this was my first time finding it at the bins. And it's a pair of straight leg jeans, which do seem to be doing very well right now, so yeah. Those J. Crew straight leg jeans sold on Poshmark. I originally had them listed at $40, and then for Black Friday weekend, I had dropped the prices on all my items in my Poshmark closet to half off. And then I sent out an additional 10% off offer to all Lakers with discounted shipping. So then those jeans ended up selling for $18 with discounted shipping on Poshmark, and that left me with a total profit of $10.80, and they took 90 days to sell. All right, next up is this pair of Beyond Yoga jogger sweatpants, and these are just so comfy. They're cotton lined on the inside, and they are a size large. I used keywords like loungewear, comfy, cozy, stuff like that to describe the item, and hopefully that will, then help them sell a little bit better. Those Beyond Yoga joggers sold on Poshmark for $30. I had them listed at $38, and then I sent out 20% off offers to all Lakers with discounted shipping. So then that left me with a profit of $20.40, and they took 15 days to sell. I don't come across Beyond Yoga very often, but I definitely will grab it next time I see it, assuming it's in good condition. But these joggers had a couple little holes in them, which I disclosed in the listing, but even with a couple small flaws in those joggers, they still sold for $30. So I do think that's a brand that can sell really well and clearly has a pretty quick turnaround time, or it can. So that's for sure a brand that I will be on the lookout for moving forward. Is this Urban Outfitters beanie, and it doesn't have any branding on the outside, but when I looked on the inside, I did see the Urban Outfitters tag, so I wanted to grab it. But I just thought this was a really good fall, winter accessory, and super light, so it didn't add too much cost to my total at the bins. Didn't photograph very well. It barely showed up with this color when I photographed it, so I ended up having to take like a photo of the tag or something a little more where the focus was something else, and then it showed the color of the item better. So I added that in and mentioned that in the listing, that the final photo of the tag shows it best, but some items just are so hard to actually get the right color to photograph. So expecting to get probably right around 15 for this. Urban Outfitters beanie has not sold, and I have it currently listed at $16. Could probably use some better keywords like outdoor or winter. Probably could find a stock photo or hopefully take a better photo. But like I said, the color did not photograph very well, so I don't think it's drawing people in by this cover photo. And I probably could relist and lower the price just because I don't know how much people are really willing to spend for a used beanie, so I probably should list that at like $10. But I don't know. This is the type of item that sometimes I kick myself for grabbing just because it's not necessarily an item that people are super on the lookout for on the resale market. Good thing is it doesn't take up too much room to store it, but hopefully this does sell really soon. All right, next up is this Madewell merino wool blend sweater with a rolled scoop neck in this beautiful light kind of peach color. And I actually sold this exact sweater. It's called the Kimball sweater is the style. I sold this exact sweater just a couple weeks ago for $28. So I'm expecting to get right around the same for this one. I have this currently listed at $35, and then anytime someone likes an item in my closet, I send them a 20% off offer with discounted shipping via Prime Lister. So I kind of imagine someone will probably end up buying this after receiving an offer, so that would be a $28 sale with discounted shipping. So that's kind of what I'm expecting for this. We will see. I think the last one I sold was a medium and this one's an extra small. So it might take a little bit longer to sell potentially, but I think either way it will still sell. That Madewell sweater sold on Poshmark for $20. I had it listed at $35 and then someone sent me that offer, which I thought was still very reasonable. So it left me with a profit of $14.12, and it took 36 days to sell. So even though it was an extra small, still flipped pretty quickly, so that was good, and it left me with a good profit. Next up is this pair of Fendi flats with these cutout details, ties at the top, and this kind of cream white liner around it. These are made in Italy. They're size 40, so I think that's what, like a size 9. Those Fendi flats have not sold. I currently have them listed at $100, and I think I'll probably just relist those and hold out for them. I did check earlier when I was pulling this look back together. I did a quick look on the sold listings on Poshmark for Fendi flats just to see if my price was way off. But it looked like Fendi flats that were either new with tags or new in box were selling around $200, and then used flats were selling anywhere between $30 to $40 up to over $100. So I do think I'm in the right range. Hopefully these do sell at some point, but the only 2 Fendi items that I have thrifted to resell have not sold. So take that how you will. Next up is this Legence, I think is how you say it, wrap skirt with this really pretty knit black and white kind of striped pattern, and then it wraps in the front, so it kind of has an open slit. This is my first time finding this brand, and I know that it retails for a lot, and I assume it will resell for a decent amount too. I've heard some other resellers talk about it, and you know, I'm really curious how it's gonna go. I don't like to pick up skirts very often just because I don't think that they sell very well for me. So this is something that I'm going to see how it does online, and then if it doesn't sell after a while, I'll probably bring it into consign. Let me know if you guys have found this brand before while out thrifting. I do think the best part about thrifting is just the thrill of the hunt, and when you find something good, it's really exciting. So it's always exciting to find a brand that you're kind of on the lookout for or you know about but you've never found, which is the case here. So I was excited about this. So I did end up bringing that skirt into the consignment store. I think I had it listed for about a month and then decided to pull it and bring it in to consign. So the consignment store priced it at $56.99. So that is the current price. And if it doesn't sell within 2 months, then they lower the price. So I think in about a week, it'll be 2 months since I brought that in. So if it does sell within the next week, then I will be left with a $20.92 profit. But if it doesn't sell within the next week, then they will drop the price and I'll obviously make a lower profit. It could sell within that time frame, but if not, then it'll just sell at a lower price at the consignment store. And then if it still doesn't sell after 3 months at the consignment store, then I will go get it and relist it and sell it online. All right, next up is this Lululemon 2-in-1 tank top with this built-in sports bra. And as many of you probably know, you just gotta look for that Lululemon logo because the size tag and the brand tag is usually cut out. So I found that logo here on the back. This tank top definitely looked better after I steamed it to photograph it. It does kind of shrivel up a little bit and just look a little funny, or it's just kind of hard to tell what it looks like. But Lululemon tank tops, they don't usually sell for a lot. I think I listed this at either $20 or $25. And as long as I get $15 to $18 for it, I'll be happy. You know, the tank tops I think are the least profitable flips as far as Lululemon goes. So if I had found this at Savers or a regular thrift store for $6, $7, $8, I would have left it behind. But since it, you know, costs so little at the bins and it's so lightweight, I did want to grab it. And it should leave me with a good profit since I did buy it at such a low cost of good. That Lululemon Free to Be Wild 2-in-1 tank top sold on Poshmark for $18. I had it listed at $28 and then someone sent me that offer. So that left me with a profit of $12.52 and it took 55 days to sell. I usually will grab Lululemon at the bins as long as it is in pretty decent condition, and sometimes it ends up selling super quickly. I have found a couple sports bras lately that sold really fast, and even their leggings, I'll pick up even cropped length or capri length as long as they are in good condition, just because there are people on the lookout. I do think that Lululemon is pretty saturated and sometimes doesn't sell for a ton, but it does usually sell. And if I'm only spending a couple dollars and it can sell for 15 to 18 plus, then it can be a good profit. Also, I was talking to somebody at the bins maybe a week or two ago, and they were saying that they have some Lululemon leggings that has a lot of lint and things on it that is hard to get off. Let me know if you guys have any good ways to clean up leggings in particular. I know Lululemon's leggings, they can become a magnet for like lint and stuff. So if you guys have any good ways to clean Lululemon leggings up, let me know so I can report back to them. Next up is this Free People high-low sweater with some cutouts along the neckline and a frayed hem. It also has some raw seams in the front there. But this Free People sweater sold faster than I think any item I've ever listed, or definitely faster than any Free People item I've ever listed. I listed it and then within like 5 minutes someone bought it for full asking price. So I listed it at $30 and someone bought it at $30 right away. I think it sold so quickly because it's such an on-trend style. It's got a lot of the things that are currently on trend, the cutouts, the kind of distressing, grunge, frayed kind of look. So yeah, I was really surprised at how fast it sold, but very happy. So this will ship out today, and definitely be on the lookout for these kind of items, these kind of like frayed, distressed, cut out, raw hem, raw seam type of items, because they can move very quickly. So yeah, that Free People sweater sold for full price on Poshmark and left me with a $22.12 profit. And it had a 0-day turnaround time. All right, next up is this pair of Rag & Bone jeans with a frayed hem, and they are low rise, the pretty light wash. This is the Dre style in a size 30. And I just thought these were a really good pair of Rag & Bone jeans. Again, Rag & Bone is a great brand to pick up, in my opinion, and it usually does pretty well for me. And of course, we know low rise is in. Frayed hems, frayed everything is in. I believe I listed them at $50, so probably right around $40 is what I would expect to get for these. I ended up actually listing these at $40. I might have either remembered wrong or I relisted them at $40, but then this is another item that I dropped the price on Black Friday weekend, so then they were at $20, and then someone bought them at that price. So that left me with a profit of $14.12, and they took 91 days to sell. So they barely made it in this Thrift Haul Look Back as a sale, but they did end up selling, and I think they sold for less than I expected, but they did still sell in a decent amount of time and leave me with a good profit. So if I had held out, they probably could have sold for closer to 30 or 40, but you know, it just was what it was. They weren't selling quickly, so I was fine taking a lower profit if that meant still getting them sold within that sweet spot 3-month period. Next up is a very nice basic. It's this Brandy Melville V-neck knit tank top. Hopefully it'll sell pretty quickly. You probably expect to get right around $12 to $15 for this. That Brandy Melville knit tank top sold on Mercari. I had it listed at $16, and then the buyer sent me an offer for $12. So that left me with $8.27 in profit, and it took 21 days to sell. The nice thing about Mercari is they take a lower cut of the sale, so that's always good. The profit's usually a little bit higher than if I had sold it on Poshmark, so that is nice. The platform fee was only $1.85, and on Poshmark, if something sells for below $15, or 15 and below, it's either below 15 or 15 and below, then they take an automatic $2.95 cut. So I did make more selling that on Mercari for that price than I would have if I sold it on Poshmark. It's actually a good reason to sell lower priced items on Mercari or eBay or somewhere where they take a smaller cut than Poshmark does. But if you are selling something for a really low sales price on Poshmark, they're going to charge that $2.95 fee, which will usually leave you with a pretty low profit. I sold a tank top on Poshmark yesterday that I had for a little bit. The price went all the way down to $8 and then it sold for $6 with discounted shipping. So Poshmark took $2.95. I had a $1.72 shipping cost, and then that left me with a 3-cent profit. So items that aren't going to sell for more than $15 on Poshmark probably aren't going to be great profits. So I think Mercari is actually a really good place to sell lower priced items and still make a decent profit or have them sell in a decent amount of time. So Mercari is kind of an underdog in that way. I found this Levi's flannel. It's a relaxed fit, size small. And even though flannels are not on any of the fashion websites as being on trend, I do think in my millennial head that flannels will just always be fall to me. So I did want to grab this. And it's a hemp cotton blend. So I don't know if that'll help it sell. It might. But it's a really nice soft material. That Levi's flannel sold on Poshmark for full asking price. I had it listed at $28 and then the buyer bought it outright at $28. So that left me with a profit of $20.52 and it took only 18 days to sell. Next up is this Anthropologie Moto jacket. I actually don't really know where this Anthropologie tag falls in the lineup of newer tags, older tags. So I don't know if this is a newer style or a little bit of an older one, but either way, it's in very good condition, and I thought the style was going to be pretty on trend, so I do think this will probably sell pretty well. The Anthropologie Moto jacket sold for $30 on Poshmark. I originally had it listed at $50, and then the buyer sent me that $30 offer. So that left me with $22.12 in profit, and it took 50 days to sell. Jackets are a great category to be on the lookout for, and they definitely can sell for a good amount. So I like to grab jackets when they're in good condition and a good style. I think they can leave you with a really good profit a lot of times. Then I found this Privacy Please cropped kind of bandeau tank top with a striped pattern, and this is a size medium. But Privacy Please is a brand sold on Revolve that I have never found before, so I wanted to pick it up. It's definitely a summery item, but I'm sure there will be someone still looking for summery items. If you live somewhere hot, you're probably going to be wearing tank tops till like November anyways, so don't think this will take too long to sell. It's definitely a very popular brand and one that is very hard to come by in my experience. I don't think in the year and 8 months I've been thrifting to resell I've ever found it, so it is a little bit rare and I was excited to find it. That Privacy Please cropped tank top has not sold. I have it listed at $38 and probably should just relist. Would love to find a stock photo, so maybe I can look again to see if I can find a good stock photo that could help it. But I think it's priced pretty fairly. I would kind of expect for it to sell after someone likes it and then I send them a 20% off offer, which means it would sell for $30. At the same time, it might just not sell till springtime, summertime, so this could be an item that I'm sitting on for a while. Hopefully it sells sooner than later, but we will see. All right, another flannel perfect for fall in my opinion is this Diane von Furstenberg button-down flannel. Really pretty red and cream color. It's a size 8. This brand has done really well for me in the past, so I do like to grab it when I find it in good condition. Probably expect to get, I don't know, maybe $30 for this. That Diane von Furstenberg flannel sold on Poshmark for $24. So I did have it listed at $30 and then I sent out 20% off offers to all likers. So it sold for $24 and left me with a $15.60 profit, and it took only 13 days to sell. Then I found this Levi's denim jacket, and it's not vintage or anything, but it's definitely a very classic piece, kind of something that a lot of people I think just want in their wardrobe. So I did want to grab this, and it's got a little bit of wear throughout, kind of some discoloring and everything like that. So it was obviously pretty loved, but in good condition still, and I think I would expect to get probably around $30 to $35 for this. So I ended up having that Levi's denim jacket listed at $40, and then during that Black Friday weekend, it dropped down to $20. And then someone had bundled a few items in my closet, so then they got a little bit more of a discount on that item. So that Levi's jean jacket sold for $18, and that left me with a profit of $12.23, and it took 91 days to sell. It did sell for a little bit less than I think I expected, but it sold in a pretty decent turnaround time, and it sold with, I think, 5 other items in that bundle, which is very rare. I don't really make a lot of bundle sales where people bundle multiple items together, so I was definitely happy with that, and I think the buyer got a good deal, and I still made a good profit, so that's a win for both of us. And then lastly is this pair of Jeffrey Campbell booties with this wooden stacked heel and this red suede upper. These are just beautiful and such a great fall winter item. These are a size 9.5. And I believe I listed these at $75 and would expect to get at least $60 for these. If they don't sell in the fall, they'll be a great winter holiday kind of item, but I honestly don't think they will be sitting in my closet that long. Those Jeffrey Campbell suede booties sold for full asking price at $75 on Poshmark. A great sale to end this. And so that left me with a profit of $58.12, and they took 18 days to sell. Freaking love that. Okay, so some results. So I spent a total of $39.48 on this day at the Goodwill Outlet, and this was a total of 21 items in this haul. So of those 21 items, 15 have sold so far within 3 months. I've done a total of $444.99 in sales, and a profit after platform fees, shipping costs, and costs of goods of $308.38 so far. So I think there are 5 items that still need to sell, and then 1 that I currently have not listed that I probably will end up listing. So 6 items that still need to sell. And I think all of those will still leave me with a profit, some more than others, but I do think there's still room for good profit to be made left on this haul. I do hope to have a thrift haul look back at some point where every single item sells within 3 months, but having 3/4 of the haul sell within 3 months is still pretty good. So I'm definitely happy with that. And this was a pretty great haul, pretty great day at the Goodwill Bins. So love that. All right, guys, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a really good rest of your day, and I will see you in my next video.